Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wimbledon 2024 bracket preview. Here with top tennis tips. My name is Pat, and we'll be getting into this very quickly. We've got the games in just under 24 hours away, and I'm very excited to get into this one. So, with no further ado, let's head into the preview with Yannick Sinner. Can't go past Yannick Sinner against his fellow Yannick Hanfman. He can be okay on the grass, but obviously Yannick Sinner, the semi-finalist of last year, and obviously in a great form recently. Berrettini been in a final as well. He's created a blockbuster second round match. Very excited for that one. And they'll meet the third match with Kekmanovic beating Nagal. I don't mind Nagal to win a set. I think the bookies have him priced way too high, but I'd be very interested in Nagal to win a set, possibly Kekmanovic to win the match as well. Kona Busta, he played one match against Cabez-Banner or Bautista, a good one of the Spanish oldies, and I don't think he'll be any match for Griekspoor coming back from the injuries. Speaking of injuries, Nicholas Jarry versing an out-of-love tennis Shapovalov. Shapovalov semi-finalist here in 2021. I think I'll be taking Shapovalov. A couple of these names are wrong just with the brackets, but bear with me. Oldmire will take this one. And interesting match here. I think Lloyd Harris is going to go quite far. He did quite well in qualies. And it creates another blockbuster match. Ben Shelton. I think Bellucci had a great win, and he got some headlines after defeating David Goffin. But I think Ben Shelton will be too much for Bellucci here. Dimitrov, too much of Lajovic here. Christian Garin, quarterfinalist here in Wimbledon a couple of years ago, coming back from 2-0 against Alex de Minaur. And that'll be very good for him to have a go. Justin Shang, obviously very young talent, coming from the academy, IMG Academy. I trust Garin here. He's got the experience. Let's see if that holds up. Wawrinka, I believe Wawrinka is actually playing Charles Broom, that's right. But I'll put Wawrinka in here. So a couple of names got mixed up. Monfils, Manorino, the French oldies unite. I'm going to have Monfils, but I reckon it'll go in 5. So I might put a cheeky bet on that one. Jiang versus Janvier. Janvier, the big, tall Frenchman. Blondie, I think he is. I'm not sure if that's his true color, but true hair color. But anyhow, I think Jiang, very good. Triple Z, as I've heard some people call him. Struff, too good for Marazan. A couple of people think he's going to go quite the way. He's got a difficult matchup, though. And Gaston did qualify, but I'm actually going to go for Muller here. I think Muller's had some good grass court stats. And Medvedev to beat Kovacevic. So that wraps up the first quarter. Going down to the second quarter, Alcaraz will actually play Lahal, I think. So this couple ones gotten wrong there. Vukic just coming off a semi-final loss, and Offner coming off a final loss of this past week. So I actually think I'm going to go with Vukic. I think I'm going to shy away from the finalists here, the losers of the finalists, Offner and Max Purcell, who also lost against Taylor Fritz in the Eastbourne final. Coric versus Alves. I'm actually going to put Alves through here. I think Coric is out of form, not in love. I like the young, spirited people here in this one. Speaking of young, spirited, Analdi. I think he's going to take TFO. TFO is just not motivated this year. He needs the US Open to spark things back ever since Shelton poured his rain all over. Baez, the seed, unfortunately going to go down to Nakashima, and Jordan Thompson I really like. This is going to be a great second match here. I'm definitely going to watch that one. Botic van Zandt versus Liam Brody. I'm going to actually go for Botic because Liam just doesn't seem quite fit. He's actually quite vocal on the socials. So if you ever follow him, he's quite honest with his thoughts, and he got a lucky loser or like a wild card into the last tournament, and he lost to, I believe, Nishioka because Nishikori pulled out. So yeah, he will get replaced there. Hugo Humbert should beat Shevchenko, still quite inexperienced on the grass, Shevchenko, and Tommy Paul in blockbuster form as well. As we just spoke, I don't think Max Purcell is going to be in the right mindset to win a best of 5 against the qualifiers. Play quite well. Similar Bergs, we'll go through because Bergs is probably the qualifier to watch, as I heard Game to Love say. And because I liked him in Australia, he did well, obviously, 4th round, I believe. But I think he's had some injuries coming there, so better be careful with that. Bublik Mensik. Bublik should win, but you never know with Bublik, so you can't always hate us predictors if we get that one wrong. Sonego defeating Navone. Navone not good on clay. Sorry, good on clay, not good on grass. Bautista good. It might be his last couple of Wimbledons. I'm going to put him through here, and we're going to be putting Dominic Klepfer through. I think I might have him through the third round as well. Alex Bolt, the story of the qualifiers, I think. He was an alternate. He got pulled in 10 minutes before his first match. Had to borrow his buddy Luke Seville's white shirt because he only had a cream shirt. And it's hard to say. Casper Ruud, he probably will just play good enough because Alex Bolt, he's not even playing many challenges. You know, he's good on grass. We've seen him a couple of times, but he's not playing in Australia. Maybe if he was playing in Australia against a weaker opponent, I'd put him through. But unfortunately, I just can't trust Bolt enough, and I don't want to go on spirit alone. We'll have Rublev. He's playing Commissar, I believe, and Adam Walton, the Australian, coming to the top 100. I'm going to go for him. Both don't have too much experience on clay, so Rublev actually has a nice draw here, and I like him reaching the quarterfinals. And we'll have Darderi being Choinski. I think Choinski is actually a British player. I'm not sure why it's come under there. And we'll have Musetti. So not too many upsets in the last few ones. Keep on going. Have quarter. That could be a 5-setter. Who knows? Whoever has their day. I like Nuno Borges, and this one's probably a toss-up. Rusevori's played well. I remember Rusevori had a good match a couple weeks ago. Yeah, he beat Norrie last week, 5 days ago. But we know what Norrie's been like, and Mackenzie McDonald, his form hasn't been very spectacular either. In Eastbourne, he went down to James McCabe in the qualifiers. So I'm actually going to go for Rusevori here. We'll have Tsitsipas, we'll have Fritz, we'll have Ringanesh. We saw a bit of a spark from Ringanesh recently. Not in a good way with the Roland Garros, but Nishikori, I just don't think he's fit. He's pulled out of the last week's tournament. We might not be seeing much here. Riki Hichikata, the Aussie, played against him once. That's my claim to fame. Sydney Lover. So yeah, I'll be going for Rinky here. I think it might be a close one, but you know, Rinky has the experience of Grand Slam now, going to fourth round of the US Open last year. So I really think that it might be a good run here. We've got Tabilo versus Evans. I'm actually going to go for Evans. I think Tabilo, he's just won a title. And we saw what happened when Tabilo won the Auckland title earlier this year. So he won Auckland, and then the Australian Open, he lost in 5 sets to Kovacic. I think that might be going on here. Dan Evans, if there's any motivation to play, it's going to be in Wimbledon. I'm going to go for Evans here. Jack Draper, great form, obviously. Norrie, not in great form, but should beat Diaz Acosta. We'll have Giron. I think that's against a different British. I think it's Henry Searle there. But I think Giron's going to take it. Not a bit underrated on grass. And he's coming to his own. Zverev, Hurkacz, pretty simple. Fees, Strick has been out for a while. And big Andy Murray, I think he'll be going down to Thomas Mahatch. This one's Safu and Serendola, pretty 50-50 here. But I'm going to have to go for Safu. And I think just he had a good match in the grass. And I want to say, he played in Stuttgart. He lost to a close 3-setter to Berrettini in Stuttgart. And Serendola hasn't really had much either. So I'm going to go for Safilin here. I'm going to go for Felix. He's good on grass. I just hope something kicks in. Otherwise, Kokkinakis could definitely take this one. I wouldn't be too surprised. Lucas Pouille qualifying very well here. I'm going to have Billy Harris as well, making the quarterfinals last week as well. Demonor actually playing Duckworth. So that'll be a good one, but Demonor should have enough. Rune, I don't want to say too much here. I hope he's going to put his acts together this tournament. We're going to have Paul Jubb. He's got the local heart, Sebachwild, proper pronunciation. I think just be a bit much there. Paul Jubb obviously beating Shelton last week as well. and we'll have Eubanks being the quarterfinalists from last year as well. Another Russian affair. Hachinov will put him through. Lucanardi, I'm actually going to say. Both of these are very inexperienced on grass. Lucanardi actually has more grass experience, even though we've heard the name Echeverry for a couple more years. Echeverry does have, they both have good serves. Lucanardi obviously being Djokovic earlier this year. So they may have heard his name from there. And we have Popperin, the Aussie. And we have actually Daniel Moro versus a Spanish guy. So we're actually going to have Moro here as well. And we're going to have Novak Djokovic. So heading back up to the second round, we've got Sinner Berrettini, blockbuster. Going to go for Sinner. Putting Griesbach through against Kekmanovic. I just think Griesbach has, a bit much for Kekmanovic. I don't know if Kekmanovic, he's got a bit of a tum-tum actually, bit of a stomach. I don't know if he can go more than a few rounds here. Shapovalov. Remember, I think Gil Gross put him in the fourth round here. So I'm going to actually put him through again. I like his draw. And speaking of, we're going to have a couple of seeds knocked out here. I like Harris to beat Shelton as well. Great match, though. I love this matchup already. Dimitrov should be enough for Garin. Oh, another blockbuster. Wawrinka Monfils. Oh, this is actually a really good one. This is the first one that's properly stumped me. Monfils has had the grass week. I don't think Wawrinka's had the grass week, so I'm actually going to go for Monfils. Jan Struff. Oh, I think I'm actually going to go for Jung here. I think Struff, he's a bit overrated. Like, I don't think his stats are that great. I was pulling his stats up for the year. For the grass season. If it wants to load. He's only won 43% of his career matches on grass, whereas Jiang has 48%. And in the last, 2 years, it's been 50. The last 3 years, it's been 50-50 as well. Sorry, this year has been 50-50, winning over Medvedev as well as Eubanks, Sebastian Ofner going down to Sinner, Kekmanovic, and Queffer. But I'm actually going to go for Jiang here. Medvedev shouldn't have a problem versus Miller. That'll be a funny rematch again. Alcaraz versus Vukic over Arnaldi over Alves. Nakashima Thompson. That is a good match. That is a really good match. Nakashima has a good hold on grass. Thompson's been really impressive. Some may say it's his best year, winning his title as well. But I'm going to go for the Aussie. I just think he has a few more years of experience. A good serve on him as well. Nakashima, he's good. Yeah, I think Nakashima doesn't quite have the fitness against Thompson, so I think this could be a long one. But I'm going to go for Jordan Thompson here. Hugo Humbert should get out of this little foursome bracket here. That'll create a good third round. Tommy Paul should take this. Oh, this would be a good one. I'm actually going to go for Zizou Bergs. I think you know what? I changed my mind. Bublik's made at least the third round here in the last 3 years. But I think he's going to have some sense in saying that this is his time of the year, Bublik, and he's going to make the most of it. I think Bautista Agut is actually going to make a third round here. I didn't think I'd say this before the bracket, but over Sonego, I like it. I think Sonego just doesn't have too much in his arsenal. And as I said, RBA probably only has another couple of years left in him. So I like this. Queffer versus Rude. I'm going to go for Queffer. I'm going for upset after upset here. Queffer lefty. Rude's lost the last couple of lefties he's played on this surface. I know Alex Boulder's a lefty, but and I'm a lefty too. So maybe if I played him, I'd win. But Queffer should take it here. Rublev, he's got a good draw here. At least the third round shouldn't even really be losing a set. I'm going to put Musetti here. The fellow Italian affair, though. That'll create a decent third round. Quarter should go through here if it doesn't choke. Same as Tsitsipas. Same as Fritz. Oh, I'm actually going to go. Oh, I love Rinky, but I have to take the love out of it. I think Dan Evans. I really like his backhand slice, but I'm thinking Rinky. He really has the spirit. Dan Evans doesn't have too much spirit these days. I know it's in Wimbledon. But let's have a look at what Dan Evans done the last couple of weeks. He's played in Queens. He got knocked out by Nakashima, and it was a walkover. So because of that, I'm actually going to put Rinky in. If it wasn't a walkover, I'd probably put Dan, but let's go Rinky. Draper Norrie, second round. I didn't actually know this was happening. Hell, I haven't heard about this. Got to put Draper through. A lot of lefties coming through here like this. Zverev Giron, Marcus Giron. I was looking at this, and Zverev hates low bouncing balls, and Giron actually hits very flat. So I'm actually going to go for Marcus Giron to create a second round upset. If this is, I'm going to create some shorts out of this because this might be a good little bracket to have. And we have Hurkacz taking fees, should have a relatively smooth run, hopefully. I'm going to have Matchak getting to the third round here. That could be a good big serving game here. Felix should get through Pui. Demonor will get through Harris. Rune should get through Job. Hachinov should go through Eubanks. I know Eubanks had his run, but that was sort of a glory run, wasn't it? I'm going to go for... Ooh, this is a tight one. Obviously, I'm going to go for Novak here. Let's put the Aussie through. Aussie has more experience. Coming into the third round now, got Sinner Greasepaw. Sinner should get through here comfortably. And I'm actually going to go for Lloyd Harris to get into the fourth round, the South African. That'll be always obviously saw Kevin Anderson, probably the last significant South African on the men's side. He made a final here in the last 10 years, which is awesome. I'm going to put Dimitrov here. I just think he can put, he's just another tier above Monfils. I know Monfils had a good week in Mallorca, I believe. He had Monfils beating Team, Bautista Agut and Carles Banner, and going down to Tabio in the semi-final, who was the eventual winner. Got Jang versus Medvedev, best of 5. Medvedev should have this. Alcaraz against Arnaldi. I'd like to watch that one. Should be a good one. Thompson, Umber. I think Thompson's actually going to take this. I watched Umber against Arnaldi actually in the last couple of weeks, and Umber just makes a lot of mistakes. I really liked him. He had a great season in 2021. But yeah, I think Thompson's actually going to have a really good run here. Liking this. Paul versus Bublik third round. Oh, I didn't see these coming. I honestly haven't had this much of a look, but I'm really liking this. So I'm going to go for Tommy. Oh, Bublik has a good serve. I don't know if Tommy will come to the net. Let's have a look at the head-to-head. As I said, Bublik has made the third round here. I'll double check what Tommy Paul's record at Wimbledon is. Let's have a look at Tommy Paul's record at Wimbledon. Fourth and third round. He's only played it twice, so he's done all right. And Tommy Paul actually leads the head-to-head in a somewhat close 3-setter, but that was 3 years ago. Tommy Paul winning. I think Tommy Paul just has the discipline. He's doing well. And I think we're going to see Quefa make a fourth round here. Very nice. Rublev Musetti. I think Musetti's played well. He played really well recently. He had a really good run in Queen's Club, losing to Tommy Paul in the final. He defeated Demonor, Nakashima, Harris, and Thompson. 3 of those in 3 sets. But I think Rublev's going to be too much here. Quarter versus Tsitsipas. Good one. Very good one. I think Quarter just... I don't think he's going to... I just don't think he has the consistency to get through this far. I know he's had relatively, decent first and second round. I can't see Tsitsipas losing this, unfortunately. But for the sake of it, I will have a look at Tsitsipas's Wimbledon stats. I just want to make sure he hasn't bowed down too many times. But yeah, he's made the third and fourth round the last couple of years, so I'm going to put him into the fourth round here, and Quarter sending home. Fritz, unfortunately, should be too much for Rinky. Good run there, Rinky. And Giron versus Draper. I think Draper will have a good one here against Giron. Hurkacz should have Matchak. I'm going to put Alex here, the Aussie, going through. I'm going to have Holger. I think Holger can produce something special. I think he might fix himself in this tournament. Hachinov coming back from a couple of injuries. We're going to have Djokovic, Rune, fourth round. This will be exciting. Going back up, Sinner versus Harris, Sinner, and going to Dimitrov, Medvedev. Great one. I think because Medvedev just doesn't come to the net that much. I think Dimitrov's going to take this one, just because you need to come to the net to win these sorts of matches. And Alcaraz, unfortunately, will put Thompson away for the Aussie side, and we'll also have Tommy Paul getting to the next round. Sorry, this Rublev will go here. I think Rublev will take Tsitsipas as well. We're going to see Fritz and Draper. I think Draper's going to go more than Fritz. I didn't think I'd say that. Fritz just won Eastbourne, but I don't think Fritz had any real major challenges. I think Jack Draper. I always like Fritz against a big. I always like Fritz to lose against like a big crowd, especially Jack Draper. This will be a center court match for sure. Hurkacz Demonor. Hurkacz is going to serve at least 20-something aces in this match. I'm actually going to go for Alex Demonor here to go through into the next round. I think, as Gilgrove said, Demonor was 5th or 6th out of the top 50 in returns. I know he's pretty good considering he's only 6 foot. But yeah, I love that from Alex Demonor. And I'm actually going to go for... I'm going to go for Novak. I was thinking of it a bit of an upset with his knee. I just don't know how good Djokovic's knee is going to hold up. You know what? Holger Rune. I'm going to put Holger Rune through to the quarterfinals. And so these are the quarterfinal matchup. We have Sinner versus Dimitrov. We're going to put Yannick Sinner through, and we're going to have Alcaraz going against Tommy Paul. I'm going to have Alcaraz to go through, and Rublev against Jack Draper. I am going to go for Andre Rublev. I love that Jack Draper's had a great couple of weeks, but I think Draper actually is going to be more failure. Draper's going to lose rather than Rublev winning. I think Draper's just going to have a bit much waste in the tank. He's going to have all these great wins. His ego is going to be high as. I think that energy level is still a back concern for me. And the final one, De Minaur Rune, I'm actually going to go for Alex De Minaur. He's made the 4th round before. So we're going to have a Sinner versus Alcaraz semi-final. And I'm going to be putting Carlos Alcaraz through. And we're going to have a Rublev Alex De Minaur final where Alex De Minaur is going to go through to the Wimbledon final to case Carlos Alcaraz. And the winner for the Wimbledon final will be Carlos Alcaraz. Woohoo! And for the statistics, we'll be having Carlos Alcaraz doesn't like to be served too many aces, so I'm just going to say a measly 6 aces. And it's going to be a 4-hour affair, 4 hours and 5 minutes. Good luck to everybody. That'll do it for the recording.